other screen going, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to scroll back in the chat. So much happening. In case you all have to scroll back in the chat a little bit, I did write, have your book handy, because there's going to be some trivia questions for the prizes. So I just want to see who all is here. We have, we've got Colorado, Ohio, Missouri, Washington, North Carolina, Washington. Oh my goodness, so many folks. Hello. Can everyone hear me okay? It's this is the only time I actually remembered to mute before I went live. So of course now I'm paranoid that no one can hear me. But I'm guessing if no one could hear me, you'd be typing like, I can't hear you. So I'm guessing you all can hear me. Hello. So yes, thank you. Thank you. I just want to say such a huge thank you all for coming. We're going to do some fun trivia. We are going to award 5 lucky winners your full set, your book, and your workbook. That's going to be for the trivia. And by the way, if you already have the book, which I'm guessing you already do, you can give it away to a friend and get the newest edition. We are on, I actually don't know that this is the newest edition because I just pulled this from the shelf. No, it's so not the newest edition. I think we're on the 7th printing. So you can give this away to a friend. And you'll get the workbook in case you don't have that yet. And we will we'll take a look at the workbook. We'll dance through this workbook a little bit a little later. And I will show you the free group on the education platform for those of you who are working through the workbook. And of course, we will also be awarding our 2 grand prizes. So you do have to be in it. You have to be live here because I'm going to be asking questions. And remember, there's a delay. So I'm going to ask a question, but there's a little bit of a delay for me for the chat. So I'm going to ask a question, and then I'll be staring at the chat for the very first answer that comes on. Okay, so now I really want to know what printing I'm on. But would it be weird if I like walked away for a second to grab a current copy? I kind of want to know. Okay, hold on. I'm going to run. Chat amongst yourselves. I just want to know. I'm just curious. Now I just want to know. So now, of course, if anyone happened to tune in, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, it's an empty stream." Here, I'll show you how you can find out what printing. Oh yeah, here we go. So in case you're wondering, how does one find out what printing you're on? I will show you. So these numbers count down. So in the first printing, it says 10, 9, 8, 7, and it is on a number 1. So this means we're on the 8th printing. So there you go. That's how you know. I just found that out. I mean, I didn't just find that out. I found that out a little bit ago. And I guess when you get to 10, they start again. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, so much news to tell you. I'm going to scroll back. Natalie's here! Natalie Warner's here! Oh my God! A famous person's here. Oh my, and Linda Schmidt is here! Linda Schmidt! Oh my God, Linda Schmidt is here. Linda Schmidt, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know because I talk about her all the time. But for all of you who feel like, oh, you know what? I can actually tell what the heck's going on from the technical illustrations. That would be Linda Schmidt. So there were 240. Oh, Linda, I'm going to email you when I get off, by the way. 240 illustrations in this one. And I'm working on a new book. and Linda's working on it with me. That's a secret. And there's about 300 illustrations. There you go. I can't believe Natalie's here. I'm so excited. Let me see. Oh, and Chris is here. All right, I'm gonna stop getting excited about all of you being here, but it's really hard not to. So first of all, I just want to tell you, it's really hard to explain what a huge milestone this is for any book, but it's like wackadoo unheard of for a knitting book. So we hit 100,000 in sales in early June. But the information, it takes a while for the information to get to my publisher, you know, because they get the sales reports from all the different places, right? So there's Ingram and Summer Street, so it takes a while to get the information. So I didn't get the information until July. So June, July, August, September, October. So that means this book in 2 years and 8 months hit 100,000 in sales, which is obviously wacky. And it's all thanks to all of you, and a huge thanks to the local yarn stores that have really, really believed in me. So yeah, pretty cool. So I thought I would share with you some of the fantastic things that have been shared with me over the last couple of weeks. So I announced this like fun, silly contest. And I did not put them all in the PowerPoint because there are so many. Nicole's here and Jeannie's saying hello to Nicole. Oh my God, I love this. I love that y'all are saying hello to each other now. Your name and book was just mentioned at the Fearless Knitting Summit. Oh, that's fun. I chose to pass on that one just because I had just gotten back from the Rhine River cruise, which was amazing. And some of the folks that were on the Rhine with me are here. So if you didn't watch the last YouTube Live, check it out. And I just got I had announced, oh, I moved it over there. I'd announced a prize, a little incentive. We had some cancellations for the Danube, and also we have still some openings left on the Danube River Cruise in November, which is the holiday markets, for the holiday markets. And so I had announced a little incentive for anyone that booked last week. And I just chose the winner, and I'm going to ship that out. So if you haven't ever been on a river cruise and you're like, an entire boat full of knitters? Yes. There were 144 knitters. It was amazing. So on the Danube, it's going to be me and Mary Jane Mucklestone, who I love. For those of you who've been to Affinity, you know MJ was, was she in my very first year? No, I'm forgetting. Yes, she was. She was in my very first year. It was Kate Atherley, Nora Gone, and Mary Jane Mucklestone. Yeah, super exciting. So anyway, that's going to be on the Danube. And also, just between us, I'm going to be announcing soon to my newsletter group the next International Affinity, which is Scotland and Shetland Islands. And just like the last two, the application to get your registration link is for the newsletter group first. Oh, Nicole, seriously? Oh, you gotta come on the Danube. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Sorry, I just got distracted by a comment again. Okay, so I wanna show you some of the things that have been shared with me. Like I said, I did not put them all because there were a lot. I had folks sharing with me on Instagram and through my website. And we had 2 super fun contests. One was hashtag Trixie Taught Me, where people shared what they learned in the book and a picture of their knitting. And here's a funny thing that I didn't know, Trixie taught me, is already a hashtag that's used kind of a lot. So I didn't know that. It's used a lot for dog lovers, and it's used a lot for Lord of the Rings people. So there you go. Oh, by the way, later, tell me, Michelle, who mentioned me in Fearless Knits, because I'd like to thank them, because that's always nice. And the other contest was hashtag Travels with Trixie, and in case you hadn't noticed, my brilliant brand marketing consultant, she had the idea that she wanted me to put googly eyes and little hands and legs on my book and name it Trixie, and it would travel around with me. And then there was the workbook, WB, Dubs for short, nicknamed Dubs for short. And so and by the way, she has an adorable daughter named Simone, who is, this pattern is named in honor of. And so I'm, these aren't called pipe cleaners anymore, I guess, because no one smokes pipes. They're called like fuzz, I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, she wants the rest of the googly eyes. And so I went to, I think I found them at, I don't know, I found them at some craft store. And I texted, so I took a picture of them when I found them, and I texted Zanti to say, I have a stupid job. And Zanti texted back, or an awesome one. So there you go. So I just want to share a couple images with you. And what I did was I took all of the pictures from Instagram, all of the pictures, downloaded all the pictures from the website, and I just put them all in a file. And you know how then it'll say how many pictures are in that folder. And then I used a random, oh, that's sweet. I don't know her. Oh wait, oh, never mind. You're talking to someone else. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Stop getting distracted by comments, Patty. So anyway, then I used a random number generator to pick the winner, which you have to stay to the end to find out. But I wanted to share a couple things with you. So first of all, this is from I just saved the first two slides from my book presentation that I've been doing for a while. And writing is really hard. It's incredibly hard. So I had a little joke that I said, this is what I thought writing was like. This is what it actually is. So anyway, so yeah, absolutely wackadoo that from October 2022 to June 2025, 100,000 copies are sold. I'm gobsmacked. And of course, as the dancing kitty implies, you know, it's all thanks to you guys. You guys, the bomb. So I'm just going to dance through these just to share some with you. These are some of the hashtag Trixie taught me. And this is both from things uploaded to my website and shared on Instagram. So I loved this one. This is all about how Greek was Greek, how Gage was Greek to her. But the cookie math really kind of solidified it. And this is a sweater she knit for her husband, which fits perfectly. I love this was a knitter who talked about estimating yarn for long tail being a smack me in the head moment. Oh, this is a wonderful picture that these are some of the swatches that you do in the workbook. So I figured out how to structure the workbook so you could practice every trick in the book. And this picture of the swatches, which I loved. Oh, this knitter enjoyed the fixing the first stitch for a clean edge. Now we're over on Instagram. This knitter enjoyed the lazy purl to clean up her socks. And I forgot to put the zoomed picture, but now we can't really see it super well here, but there was a super close up of these socks showing that one sock was made before learning the lazy purl and one sock was made after. So there you go. Just overall enjoyed the book, which I love. Ooh, the printing is really small. Oh, I love this. This book shattered my brain, she said, which cracked me up. Oh, Stripes in the Round, enjoying Stripes in the Round. This knitter enjoyed, just said that she thought the idea of 70 sanity saving tricks was like a throwdown, but it did save her sanity, which I loved that comment. It made me very happy. This is a picture from the Alchemy Fiber Mill, and they were running a class on the workbook, which was really, really fun. This print is so tiny. Picking up stitches, learning about picking up stitches. My go-to, I love that. This is about estimating for long tail, single round stripes. I love this picture. This is another Trixie taught me, and she's got all the different tricks from the book and how they apply to her current sweater, which I love. Perfect SSK, and I believe that is Natalie Warner's sweater. Natalie, are you there? Are you recognizing that? I hope you do. This is the twisted yarn over for the make one. This knitter enjoyed the trick for the central double decrease. This knitter said, about twisting when you join in the round, which is funny because I don't think I put that in the book. I think that's from a video class. I think that got cut from the book, but it might rear its head someplace else. This is not in English, but it was about jogless stripes. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, that was fun. Chris wants to know how many languages has it been translated to? So far, it was Ann Hansen. Ann Hansen is the best. I probably shouldn't tell you this because I haven't announced the teachers for Affinity. But Ann Hansen's a teacher at Affinity. Ann Hansen is a brilliant sweater designer, and her fit is just spectacular. But don't tell anyone because I haven't officially announced it yet. So, languages. So far, the languages that it's already out in are, we have it in German. I'll bring it down. We have published so far. We have Italian. We have it in Italian. We have it in Japanese, and I love this volume. I think it's so beautiful. We have it, we have, everything's falling down. We have it in German, and Strict Tricks is, when I was in Germany on the Rhine River cruise, everyone said that was like super clever. So it's in German. And the workbook is also out in German. But then coming is French and Korean have already, the co-editions. Because, the way translations work is it's not really my choice. It's not even my publisher's choice. You need a publisher from that country, and it's a co-edition. So we've sold a co-edition in for Korean and for French. So that's coming out next. So I'm very excited. I'd really love Spanish. So if anyone out there knows a Spanish publisher that wants to do a co-edition, let me know. Okay, hold on. Gonna catch up here. Catch up on that was so sweet of Ann Hansen. She is the bomb. Oh yeah, she is so knowledgeable. It's wild. You're on the 8th printing, yes. Are there any differences between the printing? between the first and the second printing, the text got darker. So let's see. I'm not sure if this is a first printing. There was one font. Yeah, here you go. There was one font. There's all the different headers and blah, blah, blah. But here, I'll show you. We got feedback after the first edition that this type seemed light to people. So it from the I think the second edition, or it might be the third edition on, it was darkened. And then other things, like every book, no matter how no matter how many eyeballs are on it, you have your editor, you have proofreader, you have me, you have things still get sometimes lost. I remember there was a couple of errata things that we caught, and when I looked at my final edition, it was correct. And when I looked at first pages, it was correct. And I looked at second pages, it was correct. And then third pages, something happened. So that can happen sometimes with files. So there's some errata that was published that's all been, corrected. But most of that was corrected in pretty early edition. So I doubt there's any difference between like edition 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. But you can always, give away the older copies. Oh, thank you. I like the darker font. And the other thing is, I don't know if you all know that after popular demand, and I really, really credit Franklin Habit's group for this. I did one of those Zooms with him from the workbook, it's like chats from the workroom. And people asked me if the workbook came in an ebook. And I said, oh, no, because it's hands-on, you fill in the blank, you write on it, and all that stuff. And someone said, you can write on an ebook, and also I'd give up stickers, because this comes with stickers and everything, for the ability to be able to read it. So, because you can make the font larger and everything. So this is an ebook now. And I have a YouTube video on how to use it as an ebook. I show how to write in it. But anyway, okay, I want to show you some more pictures before we do trivia and prizes. So the other silly contest we had was #travelswithtrixie. So this, for instance, is anyone travel with me on the Rhine River that recognizes this? Our very first day on the cruise, we were in Amsterdam, and one of the first excursions was a canal ride in Amsterdam. And this is, you can't really tell, but this is a famous spot where you can see 7 different bridges. They're all lined up. So yeah, Trixie went with me. Okay, so these are just some of the pictures that people posted or sent. There's Trixie in Maine. Oh, this is an interesting coincidence. There's Trixie in Glamis Castle in Scotland. We're going there in September for Affinity Scotland Shetland, because we're doing the Shetland Islands, and this is one of the things that I picked out that I want to go to. This is Trixie all packed up for summer vacation. There's Trixie on honeymoon in Barbados. Trixie heading out, I guess, to the dog park, which is incredibly adorable. Oh, Trixie heading out to dinner. This is Trixie on the 60th parallel. And going for a hike. Trixie going for a hike. Going to the doctor's office, like you do. Rainy day in Maine. We have another hike with Dubs. Dubs going on a hike. Oh, this is hilarious. So this you kind of have to go to, you'll have to go to this Instagram account to read the whole thing, because I'm not going to read everything. But this is a 15 picture series of Trixie and Dubs traveling all over the dang place. They're going to shops, they're going to museums. Um, it's just really hilarious. This is a 15 picture series. So, oh, and a little black and white just to make it dramatic. Yeah, going to oh, there's Arch. We went to see the Arch. So yeah, you'll have to go on the Instagram and check it out. I just think it's hilarious. Okay. So I'm not going to name the grand prize winners just yet. We are going to do some trivia. Okay. So my wonderful publisher has volunteered to donate 5 sets of the book and the workbook. So I thought, well, we have the Instagram competition, but this I'm going to do live. So again, there is a delay. So everyone get to your keyboards and get ready to type. Oh, your copies are still packed up. Ah, see, so if you win, you'll have two copies. So there you go. All right, I just opened randomly to 5 different places of the book and put a Post-it in. Okay, so let's see, what shall we ask here? Ah, okay, here's a good one. What do I call? I say the stockinette stitch is the blank of fabrics. I compare stockinette. I say stockinette stitch is the blank of fabrics. Who, and by the way, if you get the thing right, I'll say it right now. My email is Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, at pattylyons.com. So you're going to have to email me your full name and shipping address. Okay, so the question is, stockinette stitch is the blank of fabrics. I compare stockinette stitch to some people. Yes! Suzanne was right. Well, although I'm going to go ahead, Suzanne, and assume that's a typo. It's not actually Laura and Hardy, but it is Laurel and Hardy. Okay, Suzanne was the first one in. So Suzanne, you are the winner. So don't forget, you're going to email me at patty@pattylyons.com and tell me your address. Should I type that? I mean, I'll type in the chat. Not that anyone, I mean, it's just Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, at pattylyons.com. Whoops, .com. Okay, get ready, get your, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. You know what? I'm going to remove that because everyone says I'm not supposed to type my email anywhere because then bots, you know, do body things. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to cookie math. Okay, this is cookie math. What in Patty's magic triangle of gauge? Finish this equation. Stitches or rows divided by gauge equals what? Stitches or rows divided by gauge equals what? Do, 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 do. Oh, you can't see that anyway. That's because I probably deleted it so fast, Michelle. Stitches or rows in Patty's cookie math, stitches or rows divided by gauge equals what? Because remember, there's such a delay. So to you, you're probably like, I've typed it in. Inches! T-Jellic, fastest on the keyboard. T-Jellic, fastest on the equals friends, says Marina. That is hilarious. T-Jellic, fastest on the keyboard. I can't play because I got too big a delay. Oh, you mean you don't even hear me until after? Okay. Really? Oh, I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, meanwhile, Tjelic, don't forget to email me your full name and address. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do for the delay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Like Jeopardy, I'm going to say the question, but then I'm going to give it a little time, and I'm going to say go when it's time to type. Okay? All right. So moving on to chapter 4. I saw the answer before the end of the question. I saw the answer before. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay, so no one's going to type. Delays are big. People type before I heard the question. Okay, so everyone, no one's going to type until I point. Does that seem fair? Okay. So, I'm going to put my arm down though. So I'm going to point, go will be delayed too. Well, but I'm going to leave. No. The idea is I'm going to say the question, but then I'm going to kill some time before I say, now you can type the answer. See what I'm saying? So I'm not just going to say the question and then point. I'm going to say the question, and then we're going to, chat for a second, and then I'll point. Okay. So moving on to chapter 4. As we know, in chapter 4, I dig into different ways to improve longtail and cable cast on. So, what do I say about cable cast on in pattern? What do I say about it? I compare it to another cast on. I say it's very similar in looking to another cast on, but it's far easier to do. So again, no typing yet. Again, the question is, what do I say about cable cast on in pattern that it's an easier version of what type of cast on? So see, I'm killing time, so I better not see anything typing yet, right? This is a very beautiful, and by the way, I have an Instagram video for this that's pinned to I think I've pinned it. If it's not, I'll pin it. I have an Instagram video for this. So cable cast on, I have not pointed. E. Kelly, E. Kelly, sorry. You can play next time. Cable cast on in pattern is an easier version of this. Wish we could win for us that don't have the book. Well, Judy, you've had 2.5 years to buy the book. This is a celebration of 100,000 copies of my book being sold. Tubular Chris. Sorry, E. Kelly, because I love you, but you jumped the gun. So just like Jeopardy, if you jump the gun, Chris Lopez, you're going to email me at patty@pattylyons.com with your name and address and a reminder, nobody type in the answer until I point. There are still 2 more ways to win. And Judy, you have my book to enjoy, purchasing my book. Because here you all are. And it's great that the library carries it. I love it. A lot of people check it out from the library first to see if they like it enough to want to own it and stick it in their knitting bag, which I think is brilliant. Okay, moving along in my book. Oh. All right, I want this to be a little harder. There were 13 answers posted before I heard you say go. I'm sorry. That was a huge delay. Okay. No, okay. Spirit, again. Gang. Absolutely you could have participated. So, a lot of the pictures that I showed were uploaded onto my website. So remember, if you don't own the book, I'm so sorry. There are things, there's only so many ways I can get the information out to you. It's on my website, it's on my newsletter, it's in my blog, it's on Facebook, so I had a link live for a month on my website for anyone to just click on and fill out. So if you feel like you're missing out on things, definitely subscribe to my newsletter. Follow me on, if you're not on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook, on Blue Sky, on Threads, but most importantly, it's all right there on my website. You don't have to subscribe to anything. But the newsletter comes once a month. It's there's a lot of info. So you don't have to have Instagram, and sorry about the delay. It's just fun. It's just a fun game. So let's all try to enjoy the trivia, but I'm going to make this one harder. Okay. This is about, so you can all start thinking, this is about my trick for how to make the knit 3 together easier. So this is the trick for how to make the knit 3 together easier. And remember, I chitty chatted a lot before I point, so no typing in before I point. Yes, latitude. Yeah, I see a lot of people say that. I got it from the library. And I'm so, I am super excited when I see a library carry it. I donated 5 copies to my local library because I love my library. My library is awesome. Okay, this is about a better way to do the knit 3 together. So as we know, it's hard to get our needle through all 3 stitches without super stretching them out, right? So I say that my knit 3 together was inspired by the fact that it is the mirror image of the SK2P. So I say that you start with a knit 2 together and then do what? So I'm not going to point yet. So you start with a knit 2 together and then do what? Now remember, there's going to be 2 steps to this, because if you do a knit 2 together, that new stitch that you just created is on your right needle. So this time I'm going to make it hard. I'm looking for the full answer. So you start with that knit 2 together, and then, and by the way, I have a super, super long delay as well, because I'm looking at myself here. So I'm on, it's almost a 40-second delay for me. So I haven't pointed yet, so all you folks that are typing, you're just making it easier for those that didn't know the answer, because I'm about to point. So you do a knit 2 together, but you do what to make it a knit 3 together? Okay, so the first 3 answers there, I'm going to wait, because those that have typed the answer in already, you've made it easier for the next person. But remember, there's 2 steps here. So if I start with a knit 2 together, Anna, there you go. Anna was the first one I saw that was definitely after I pointed. Anna, who is, it's latitude, Maria R, and then Anna. Anna, email me your address. And exactly. Okay. Last one. Let's see. I'm going to do something from chapter 7. Something good from chapter 7. Something good from chapter 7. Okay. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, here we go. And don't forget, everyone, We're going to wait for the finger. The finger. I'm before Anne. Oh, not on my, so I can only do it as the very first one that I see. So on my screen, it's latitude, latitude, Maria R, Anne, then Deb, then Marina. So it's, remember when you type something, you see your own comment first, but that's not the same as what I see. So whenever you type something, you're always going to see your own comment come up first. So, to Linda Schmidt, are you from Dublin? Dublin, California. Okay, here we go. This is the last of the 5. And then we have our 2 grand prize winners. Okay. And y'all, here's the thing. I know you love prizes. But I give away a lot of prizes, don't I? So I give away prizes on Instagram. I give away prizes on my newsletter. There's tons of prizes when you come to Affinity. So I know you all love prizes, but I hope you're all enjoying yourself and not going to get crabby if you didn't win, because I love you all. Okay, this is about how you can line up mattress stitch. So as we know, mattress stitch, when you zip it up, it does not zip up well. No matter what you do, you try to do it perfectly, you look, and you zip it up, and it does not zip up correctly. Now, by the way, just to give you a sense of how long the delay is, I've had my finger up for a really long time, and on my screen, my finger just came up. So it's about a, oh, Michelle, that was so sweet. It's about a 40-second delay for me. So in order to get the mattress stitch to line up, what do you do right after the figure 8 join? You do something on one side and you do something else on the other side. So I need to know you do this on one side and this on the other side. So I do this on one side and this on the other side. So I do my figure 8 join, and how do I get it to line up when I zip? Here we go. Point. Okay. So in order for that to line up, I do my figure 8 join, and I do what on one side and what on the other. I do what on one side and what on the other. By the way, the delay is so long. There, I've just pointed on my own screen. Now it's not a figure 8 on the other side. Use overcast on each side, not quite. Figure 8 join. Not quite, and it's not about up and down. They're 2 different things. Not just, oh, this was a hard one. Ah, there we go, Deborah. That's it. We jog up 1 on one side, but then 2 on the other. Deborah's got it. Deborah, that's it. Deborah's, that's it. Here we go. Let's just enjoy Linda Schmidt's fabulous drawing for this. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me get the darker copy, because then it's easier to see. So that is it. Instead of, and this is definitely one of those things that everyone tells you, every finishing book tells you to go bar to bar to bar to bar. But in fact, I'm going to jog up 1 bar on one side, and then I'm jogging up 2 bars on the other side. And when you zip, it lines up perfectly. There you go. Oh my God. Okay, so Deborah, you got it. Where are you? There it is. Yay! Okay, but we still have some grand prizes left. But also, I wanted to know, before I do the grand prizes, if there is anything that anyone has a question on. I should have had some knitting ready, but I didn't. But I'm going to quickly cast on. Pat says, oh, I knew a quilter who lived. Oh, very cool. Does anyone have a question? Or I want to show you, I do want to show you something because I feel like a lot of folks don't know about this. So my education platform is free. You don't have to purchase a class. I mean, yes, when you purchase a class, you're on the education platform, but you can also just sign up for a free account. And when you do, oops, oh, hold on. Ah, there we go. It was, oh, loose connection. God dang it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna, hold on. Gonna unplug, plug back in. Sometimes it's naughty that way. Let's see if I can get it to behave itself. Okay. Right, I'm not gonna touch. Because I still have to show you all the grand prize winners. So my education platform is just the word education before my name, education.pattylyons.com. You can also get to it from my website. It's a subsite of pattylyons.com. So when you're on the website, if you go to learn, the very first thing you see is Patty's education platform. So you click on it and boom, there you are. So you can create a free account and then you're automatically enrolled, even if you don't purchase any class, in 2 community groups that I wanted to make sure you saw. Because one of the community groups, so like these are all the courses that I'm enrolled in. There's my community groups. One of the community groups is Patty Lyons knitting classes. And there are what they call spaces on the side. So there's introduce yourself, you know, and there's my new book. And so if someone has a question about the book, you can just post it there. If you have, you can also post pictures, which is cute. Oh, see, look, there's Robin who won a raffle. But then you have like just general technique questions. You can ask any technique questions. You can just share life, fun, things you're doing. And then these are some of the classes that I teach. So if you have a question about a specific class. So that's one group. But the other group that you're automatically in is the workbook group. So this came from a knitter who I had said, sorry, my nose is running again. Sorry. I had said that it's really great to go through the workbook with a group of friends or your local yarn store. But somebody emailed and said, I don't have any friends that knit, and I don't have an LYS. Would you consider making a group on your education platform? And I thought, that's a brilliant idea. So there's your introductions, and there's all your lessons. And so people, people come in and say hi, they say where they're from, they post pictures, and then each lesson has their own thread. So again, people can post pictures, they can ask questions, and you know what I haven't seen yet? Oh, let's see. Has anyone posted projects? Oh, no one's posted their skill building projects yet, but you know. So anyway, I just want to show you that because I feel like a lot of people don't take advantage of that. It's totally free. So there you go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Crafty Erin. Also, the other thing that no, that is my theory. So Martha, it says several so make sure you read chapter 2. Several presenters at Fearless Knitting said you don't have to get the exact gauge per pattern for a sweater. That does not seem to be your theory. No, that is absolutely not true. So for anyone that's taken any of my video sweater classes, you know this. The purpose of swatching, there's 2 purposes for swatching. One is to get a fabric you like. That's important. 2 is to accurately predict your gauge. So in all these project classes, we learn about cookie math. And of course, cookie math is what chapter 2 is all about. If doing a gauge swatch was just about matching the designer's gauge, there would be no cookie math, would there? So first of all, it is very possible that the person, these are all the project classes, that the person that designed the sweater or knit the sample maybe isn't a good knitter, right? Maybe doesn't have, my email is Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, at Patty Lyons, PATTYLYONS.com. And also, by the way, if you forget my email, it's okay. You just go to my website and you can go to the contact and you can just email me there. Like, right, click here to contact me. You can do that too. So you can always get to me through the website. So all of these project classes, anyone that's taken any of the project classes knows there's a lot of reasons that not matching gauge might be perfect. And I go over that in one of my classes, Make Your Gauge Work. So in addition to the project classes, we have the technique classes. So Make Your Gauge Work is a pretty important one. There you go. So first, it's about knowing how to make a swatch that doesn't lie to you. And then it's knowing what to do with that gauge. So there are 4 inches between each average sweater size. So does everyone see if you're torn between, if you're like, ooh, the 40-inch is too small, the 44-inch is too big? Are you seeing why not matching gauge might be perfect? So don't forget, really read chapter 2. And if you have the workbook, let's take a look at the workbook for a second. So I posted a question in the workbook group. Oh, thank you. Patty gave very detailed answers. Well, that's what I like to do. You did videos showing the technique in the book workbook. Are they on your learning site? No, those are just mini. Those are just 90-second, reels. But I have a video class called Patty's Knitting Bag of Tricks that isn't everything in the book because it's old, so it's only 30 tricks. The book has 70. What is the breakdown of row gauge in knitting? In crochet, the row gauge is affected by the angle you hold your hook. So again, make sure to read the book. I really talk a lot about that in the book in chapter 2, but also I'm going to find this blog if I can. Secrets of row gauge. So row gauge in knitting, I can't type. Secrets of row gauge. I'm gonna put this in the chat if I can find this link, Patty Lyons. It's just not, yeah, there it is. 5 secrets of row gauge. Boom. I'm gonna put this in the chat. So row gauge is affected by your needle material. It's affected by the style or method that you knit. Am I a picker? Am I a thrower? And it's affected by the twist of the yarn. So when you say, somebody said about other people said you don't have to match the gauge, but that doesn't seem to match what Patty says, but it absolutely does match what Patty says. It's very possible to match stitch gauge and not row gauge. So really do remember to take a look at chapter 2. And I just want to walk through some of the workbook before we announce our grand prize winners. So some of the things we do in the workbook, each lesson in the workbooks correlates to a chapter of the book. So there's swatches that you knit. There's the list of swatches. There's just fun things. It was inspired by the book about me. So there's a little section about how to use the workbook. This is your list of swatches. So these swatches contain 70 tricks. So you don't have to knit 70 swatches. You're knitting 11 or optional 13. So you come back to them again and again and again. But there's also fill in the blanks. So for instance, for the gauge chapter, there's going to be swatches that you knit, and there's your swatch observations. but we're also going to like get that math in your head, right? You're going to do a swatch unblocked, then blocked. You're going to observe the difference. There's, oh, this is my little, it's a little Kodak pocket printer that prints these stickers that are really fun. Super fun. But here, stitch gauge fun, row gauge fun. If you had to match the designer's gauge, there would be no purpose in this concept. So the whole thing, and you'll really, really learn this if you want to dig into that more, definitely check out my class, Make Your Gauge Work. But this is a very new concept in knitting, the concept of matching somebody's gauge. So a pattern is an example of how to achieve that garment. And what the designer is telling you is what gauge they used, right? But there's a lot of reasons that you might get a different gauge. I'm going to scroll back because I'm missing so much chat, and then I want to reveal the grand prize winners because I told my husband I told my husband, like, oh, this will be about a half hour. You always ask me such interesting things, and it always goes super longer than I think. And I'm going to show you the prizes, what we won as well. Hold on. I'm going to get to... And then I want to scroll back and catch up on the chat. Okay. So let's see. Scroll back. Okay, so Martha, does that make sense? It is definitely... I definitely never said you have to match the designer's gauge. You have to know and accurately predict your gauge and know what to do with it. So just like if someone's baking a cake, they don't necessarily have to follow that recipe, but they have to understand enough about baking to know what would be the consequences of changing some of the ingredients. Just found your channel. Would love to know if you knitted the top you're wearing. Oh, yes. This is Palm Canyon. This is, it's reversible. So it could be a V-neck. This is a dolman construction. It's super fun. And this is an older video sweater class that I'm updating right now. I'm getting ready to relaunch it as a streaming class. The older classes were just YouTube, were just pattern PDFs with links to YouTube. But the streaming classes are much more involved, and they have more tutorials, and I'm in the process of re-knitting this in Anzula, this beautiful Anzula yarn, and I want to see if I might keep the linen one as well. These are some of the minis. We do minis when we do our video sweater classes. Like these are the minis from Simone. Simone was short sleeve or long sleeve. So like for instance, talking about gauge, I always have tutorials in all my video sweater classes about how to adjust your pattern. Because the other thing is a pattern is just a handful of examples of your shape as well, right? Natalie Warner, who I don't know if she's still here or if she got bored because this is really long, but Natalie Warner writes a blog called Natalie in Stitches, and Natalie's a fit expert. And once she wrote a blog, and something in the blog, maybe it was the title of the blog, said size is not shape. And that was just such a very specific way to talk about it, because the whole idea, it's a beautiful thing that we have size inclusive patterns now, but it's also a terrible thing, and this is why. Back when we had 3 sizes, small, medium, large, or size 1, 2, and 3, knitters back in the day understood that they were receiving 3 examples of that pattern. And they had the skill and the knowledge to just knit something that fit them based on a handful of examples. So what I want you to think about with size inclusive patterns, where now we might have 8 sizes of a pattern, or 10, or even 12, I often do 12, is that's more examples. But the idea that you could pick a size, match the gauge, follow that, and get a sweater that fits you doesn't really make sense. Because if you had 20 people in a room that all had a 54-inch chest, does that mean those 20 people are the same shape? They all have the same waist length. They all have the same upper arm measurement. They all have the same cross back. No, of course not. Right? So remember, my video sweater classes aren't teaching you how to make this thing. They're really more about how to create a sweater that fits you, and you will take that knowledge and apply it elsewhere. So one of the things that I'm doing now with Palm Canyon is the one I'm knitting right now. I'm showing how to go totally rogue. Like, this is such a super one to simplify. I decided, I'm sort of torn between two sizes. So I didn't cast on for the first size, and I didn't cast on for the second size. I cast on for, oh no, I didn't cast on for the second size, and I didn't cast on for the third size. I cast on for a number of stitches in between. I think I added like 2 stitches each side. So that's an 8 stitches total, because it's a front and a back. So that gave me like another 1.75 inches around, which is just what I wanted. And then it was super simple. I got right back on track here in the arm shaping. Other times you'd get back on track with the neck shaping. So when I was doing these cast-ons, instead of casting on, say the pattern said cast on 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. I cast on like 6, 6, 6, 6, you know, boom, back on track. Anyway, got totally off track. Reading comments. Oh, that's so cool. Crafty Erin's gonna work with her sister. That is awesome. Okay. I'm so bad about row gauge. So row gauge is, you don't have to match row gauge, but you have to know row gauge, and that's all the math in here. It's super, super, super simple math. Super simple math. It's cookie math. There's reason row gauge and knitting. I did knit my sweater. Oh, these are going so fast. Wait, I'm trying to catch up. I'm scrolling back. Oh, have you a family connection to France lace making tradition? Me? No. My family can't make anything. Well, my brother builds houses, but will there be a KL? Yes, I'm going to do when I relaunch Palm Canyon. So we just finished Simone. And remember, the video sweater classes, they live forever. So a lot of people misunderstand and think the only opportunity they have to ask questions is during the Cal, but that's not true. I log on and answer questions every day. I just logged on and answered a question for Corcoran. That knit along was probably, I don't know, a decade ago. So I just launched them as knit alongs because clearly you all like prizes. But the video sweater classes live forever. Does your hubby knit? No, my hubby is the son of a knitter and crocheter. So you know what he's really good at? And the people on the cruise know this because a couple people took advantage of this skill. He's good at untangling yarn. He's also good at doing this when watching TV. If I don't feel like bringing my Swift in. What is the yarn on the sweater you're wearing? This sadly is a discontinued yarn. It was called Nina. It was a Taki Stacey Charles yarn, but I think I'm redoing it in this gorgeous Anzula. This is Anzula Cricket. Do I have? I'm gonna see if I can grab this. This is the color I did. This is the crew neck side. This is unblocked, but isn't that color gorgeous? I love that color. I really, really love that color. So, but Anzula might be developing a linen, and then I might knit it twice. Because I do like having it in 2 different fibers. I often do that with sweaters. I like having 2 different fibers. Yeah, it's reversible. I do a lot of things reversible because I can't make up my mind. I did, Roselle is also reversible. Oh, the minis, the sweater minis, a lot of people put them on as like stuffed animals and stuff. Well, you know what? It's not a different way to think about patterns. I gotta say, that's the way knitters always thought about patterns. It's really, it's a very modern concept of following a pattern word for word. I had an older knitter in my class once, and I knew what she meant. Somebody else said she sounded judgmental. I didn't think she sounded judgmental. I totally knew what she meant. She said, my generation knit, this generation reads. And what she meant by that is this generation is like, they read a row, they do a thing. They read a row, they do a thing. But that's not knitting, right? That's not how my husband cooks. My husband's not like following a recipe word for word. He's understanding the concept of a recipe, like it's an example, and then he goes from there. Oh, Judy, I learned so much from Natalie's class. I know Natalie's class was a brain breaker. It was a brain blower. Oh, I'm trying to catch up, but it's moving so fast. I'm always in between sizes and don't know how to adjust them. Well, Anna, take one of my video sweater classes. You'll totally learn, and you'll be able to apply that knowledge to everybody else's patterns. Remember, I don't like classes that are like row 1, do this, row 2, do this, where the designer makes you feel like what you learn only applies to that pattern. I want you to knit all the things. I want you to knit all the things. What do you think of using different types of yarn while doing your workbook? Yeah. So actually that's part of the workbook. You'll see when you get to lesson 3, part of the workbook recommends oh, that's very not professional. I'm putting my leg down. I'm wearing capris. One of the exercises is working the same stitch pattern in an animal fiber, in a synthetic fiber, and in a plant fiber. Can you demonstrate applying fit and gauge to stranded color work such as Fair Isle? It's all the same principles apply. Doesn't matter what stitch pattern you're working. And actually, I do think I'll be, I haven't taught live on my platform for a while, but that's because I've been busy writing a book. But one of the most requested, when are you going to teach this class again? Well, the most requested is Build a Better Fabric, Perfect Your Knitting. But I also get a lot of requests for a class I do called Chart It, Swatch It, Love It, which is all about understanding the principles of what different stitch patterns, cables, lace, colorwork, etc., do to your fabric and how we make adjustments for them. So I do think I'm going to do that live soon. Sounds like I need a sweater class for my birthday. Yes. Oh, thank you. Chapter 2, yes. Row gauge, yes. Handy hubby. He is so handy. Those people that were on the cruise knows he's very, or that have come to Affinity. He always comes to Affinity. Which of your classes is the best to learn how to adjust a pattern for my size? Any of them. So somebody asked me, I taught a class yesterday called Easy Does It, Secrets of Ease in Sweater Construction. And someone said, if I want to do a project class, which is the best for me? And I said, honestly, the best for you is the sweater that you want to knit, because that's the sweater you're going to finish, and that's the sweater you're going to be committed to. But every single one of my video sweater classes is going to teach you about fit. So it really has more to do with, do you want to learn about dolman construction? Do you want to learn about yoke construction, about set and sleeve, about modified drop shoulder, about raglan, because all of those are in there. I know. Reversible is totally 2 for the price of 1. Why can't it scroll back? Anzula is yummy. It is the yummiest. What's the name of the purple behind you? That's Simone. That's a class on learning how to customize yoke sweater fit. And Simone comes in you can do it with sleeves or you can do it without. So that's Simone. He is the best hubby. All right. I think I want to do a men's set and sleeve pattern. Oh, that one is Affinity. So Affinity is, it's a unisex pattern, and it is both a pullover, which I don't think I have here with me because it's already packed for my next job. It's a pullover or a cardigan, but you can see the pictures on my website. This is the pullover version. And it's got these little integrated pockets, which are really fun. It's also a cardigan. It is one of the older classes before I had streaming, which means right now, anyway, it is a PDF with red links to YouTube. So it still has all the video tutorials, all the fit tutorials. It's just not a slick platform like the streaming classes. All the videos are, I mean, first of all, they're not YouTube, so there's no ads. Because that's not our choice, you know. They went back on old videos and they inserted the ads. We can't. It's not our choice, which is one of the reasons I got off. So the newer classes are fully streaming, which means each video is downloadable, and you can ask questions. It's fully interactive. Oh, Affinity is the name of my retreats. So I have a, and that sweater was Affinity was named in honor of my very first retreat. But Affinity is also the name of my retreats. So I have one in America every year. It's going to be in April. And Natalie Warner was a teacher for Affinity last year. And it's going to be at Cooperstown in the Otesaga Resort, which is a gorgeous family-owned resort. And then I do one international trip each year. So we did Scotland a couple of years ago. We did Madrid. We're doing Shetland Island next. And I think in 2027, I'm going to do 2 internationals. I can't do 2 internationals in 2026 because I'm also spending a month in Australia teaching. So it's pretty busy. Okay, here we go. It's time to announce the grand prize winners. So both grand prize winners also get all of the, hold on. Each grand prize winner also gets all of the goodies from the workbook. You get your project poster, your knit emojis, stitch markers designed by Franklin Habit, your washi tape, your pencil set, and then everything in this bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, there's 11 skeins of Coronado, which is what I use to knit Corcoran. So I think that's at least like the first maybe 3 sizes. Okay, so remember what I did. This is I used a random number generator. So again, you didn't have to be on Instagram. This was definitely, if you feel like you're missing out on things. Although it's funny. So the person that said I'm not on Instagram, I miss out on everything. How'd you know about this YouTube Live? Because it's been on my Instagram account, my Facebook account, my newsletter account. But anyway, oh, that is a good tip. Laminate your poster to use dry erase marker on it. That is such a good idea, because what it is it's a virtual, it's a perpetual calendar. So the idea is it's what skills do you want to master, because the workbook ends with 12 months, 12 skill building projects. But you could do 12 months, wipe it clean, and do 12 more. Oh, that is such a good idea. Okay, so here we go. I used a random number generator. Remember, I put every single picture that from Instagram, from Facebook, or not from Facebook, because from my website, and from people that uploaded them, and I put them all in a folder. And then I used a random number generator. So this is the grand prize for Trixie Taught Me. This is the grand prize for Travels with Trixie. So this bag, full of stuff. Each one has yarn and needles and notions. This is a lot. So Oh, for my budget, I'm hoping the people that I randomly chose don't live in Australia. Not that I don't love Australia, but again, latitude doesn't have anything to do with Instagram. Just it's been on my website for a month. So there's only so many ways we can get information out. I can't come to your house and tell you, but I have a newsletter. I have a website. It's all the ways I can get information out to you guys. So there you go. Okay, here we go. So drum roll, please. And the randomly chosen winners are, okay, for Trixie Taught Me, it's Yoga Lori 54. Yoga Lori 54. I don't know if you are here, but this one you do not have to be in it to win it. But if you are here, shout out and let me know. This is Trixie Taught Me. So that one is this bag full of stuff. Here we go. It's heavy. It's going to cost a lot to ship. I'm hoping, for my sake, you don't live in Australia. But anyway, are you here? Are you here? If you're here, tell me. But if not, it's okay. So next grand prize winner is for Travels with Trixie. So Travels with Trixie gets this bag of goodies. We also have, I also tried to do like in addition to single and double skeins, some of the hand dyed, I tried to do like a big quantity of yarn. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, of the Montague. It also has two of a lot of other things. Anyway, here we go. And the winner, I haven't seen what is the purple yarn in the prize bag. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, Natalie, you know who she is? She'll be delighted. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, Natalie. Oh, my gosh. I didn't put the pieces together. That is a picture of your pattern, isn't it? Oh, my gosh. Okay, here we go. Travels with Trixie. And the winner is Caden, however you pronounce, I don't know. This is, I gotta zoom in. Caden Zalz, I-Z-Y-Z-Z, anyway, I'm also gonna announce it on Instagram in case they aren't here. And that, are you here? Is that person here? That one wins this bag of stuff. Oh, now I had a question about the purple yarn. Hold on. Oh, let's unzip. So someone asked, what is the purple yarn? Do you mean, because there's a bunch of purple yarn. So I also kind of did, oh, do you mean this one? This is Whistler. This is a beauty. So there's, I did 4 skeins of I had Whistler purple and 3 skeins of the white because I thought that could be something. There's also all this great stuff from Tri-Shared Sheep. There's needles. There's all sorts of stuff in here. So I don't know if either of the winners are here. I can't tell. But if not, they're going to find out tomorrow when I tag them. All right. So for those of you who are new here, which is exciting, it seems like there's some new folks because somebody said, I can't participate because I don't have the book. So I'm very excited for you. You get to get the book. And if you want to make sure to not miss out on stuff, definitely subscribe to my newsletter. It is the way a lot of things get communicated. Remember, social media does not belong to us. So social media comes and goes, but if you really want to follow a designer or a teacher, subscribe to their newsletter. It's the best way to not miss out on things. I often In fact, never mind. When I teach live on my platform, I always open it up to my newsletter subscribers first. And I've yet to open up those classes to the public because they always sell out first. Affinity, my retreat in America, the newsletter subscribers get to book it first. When I do one of my international trips, the newsletter group gets to apply for the link first. So it's super simple to join. My website is very easy to remember. It's my name, pattylyons.com. I'll put it in the link to this as well. And most places, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can find contact me, or you can find subscribe to my newsletter. There it is, subscribe to my newsletter. Subscribe now. And aside from the opening welcome emails, there's a series of 3 emails where you get a coupon. You get like a free pattern, and then there's a coupon to a video class and a coupon to something else. But then it really just goes out once a month, or sometimes 6 weeks when I get busy. And, things get away from me. Anyway, oh my gosh, I've been on so long. I can't believe how many folks have hung in with me this whole time as I've jabbered on. I can't thank you enough. The new book that I'm working on is a lot of work. It's really hard work. It's probably the biggest thing I've ever worked on. Oh, Linda, where did you get the email? So I hope you like it. It is the thing that I've had the most requests for, the topic that I've had the most requests for. And it will be out October 2026. And for those of you who have been, oh, Anne, that's so sweet of you. I know I'm really terrible at that. Anne said, everyone please like her video. You know what I'm the worst at? So my friend Lauren Elkins she's really good at, she always like opens her videos very professionally. Hello, I'm Lauren Elkin. I'm a knitwear designer from Ithaca, New York. And, I just like start talking like an idiot. And also like she and other people that are professional are always like, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I have never remembered to do that. Please like and subscribe. You won't be able to pre-order until probably spring of 2026. So you got to wait. You got to wait a little bit. For those who are coming to Rhinebeck, I'll be in the author tent Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. And with my fellow David and Charles authors. And speaking of fellow David and Charles authors, I got to give a shout out. Does anyone here? I'm going to bring it up on my. Going to bring it up on the. I'm bring it up on the internet, on the interwebs, as my mother would say, because I was so excited for her. We've had a lot of David and Charles books. David and Charles is my editor, landing at the very top of the category. And let's see who's on top right now. Just going to go to top best-selling books. Okay, here we go. Loading. Hello. Why for you no load? Ah, there she is. Okay. Denise DeSantis, No Fair Sock Knitting. Right there in the top 5. So if you want to learn sock knitting, check out her book. She's a fellow David and Charles author. Very excited for her. She was like blown away at how well her book was selling. Right now so isn't this funny? This is the top knitting books, but they include crochet. So if you don't include crochet, then Denise is number 2, which is pretty good. She knocked me out of the top slot for a while there, but I was super happy for her. There's another one, Doodle Knits, another David and Charles author. Super excited for her. And another one that I am really excited for is The Wonders of Wool. I'm going to be running a giveaway for that one. It's all about wool from the UK. So I'm really excited. Anyway, lot of, oh, there I get with my leg, so unprofessional. A lot of exciting books coming out from David and Charles. I knitted one sock, never finished the second sock. Oh, you know what? And if you have second sock syndrome, another friend of mine that I can recommend, I'm going to find her book because I just thought this was so brilliant. How many of you know Sophia Talley, otherwise known as the Drunk Knitter? So her first book, she's got a new book coming out that you can pre-order that I wrote. She asked me to write the foreword to it. I was so honored. So this is her new book. But her first book, oh, those are not by her. That's weird. There she is. Her first book is Knit 2 Socks in 1. So there is no second sock syndrome because you knit one long sock that's like connected. It's like one long tube. Oh, here's a picture of it. It's one long crazy tube. Oh, that did not work out well. And then you cut and it becomes 2 socks. How cool is that? I just thought that was cool. Oh, well, you missed Lauren Elkin and Patty together. That would be a great retreat. Well, that would be called Affinity last year. So y'all got to join my newsletter. You're missing fun things. Yes, that was last year was Lauren Elkin and Natalie Warner, Zandy Peters, Carson Demers, and me. And it was great. It was a great retreat. It was super fun. So there you go. When at Rhinebeck, Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. I'll be in the author tent. And then I may do a meetup with Carson. Carson is coming in from California, Carson Demers, and he's staying at my house, and I'm super excited. And we're going to go to a woolen affair, which I'm really excited about. Don't think about it as steeking. Just thinking about it as making 2 socks. Anyway, my husband's probably thinking, what became of her? It's almost an hour and a half. I can't believe you guys are still here. All right, I gotta go. Thank you. Don't forget, for my 5 winners, email me, patty@pattylyons.com. If you forget that, don't forget you can just go right to my website and you can just scroll down to the bottom and click here to contact me. And do me a favor, say your YouTube name and which question you answered. Your YouTube name, which question you answered, and your full name and address. And hopefully no one lives really far away. Okay. I gotta go. Thank you all. Just an insane amount.